Today is the last day of my quarantine period. I just thought I want to document the whole process of me flying from Los Angeles to Taipei. I'll give you the big picture and then I'll explain in detail what each process involves. So my flight was on the 26th of April. To my understanding, you have to take a PCR test. Then you have to fill out a form online before you can get your boarding pass. And then when you land, you get a barcode scan from the form that you filled out. And then you can go through the customs and then baggage claim, then do another PCR test before you can take your transport to your quarantine hotel. So my flight was on the 26th of April. In my case, you cannot take the PCR test on the 23rd. It has to be the 24th. And then the form that you fill out, it's a system online called Quarantine System for Entry. Basically, you fill out your personal information, contact details, your phone number, and most importantly, you fill out the quarantine hotel that you're going to be staying at. And what's also really important is the phone number section. They will send you a text when you land, which connects the information that you filled out online to you, and then they'll give you a barcode, so it links your phone number to the barcode to the form. If you don't have a phone number in Taiwan, which you have to have, you can just fill out a number in any other country, and then when you land, you can buy a SIM card right away. So you fill out your contact information and everything. You have to have this form done, show it to the people who give you the boarding pass along with the PCR test result, and then you can get your boarding pass. So when you land, if you already have a cell phone number in Taiwan, which you filled out online before you board the plane, you will get the barcode sent to you immediately, and then you can just get it scanned, go through customs, baggage claim, PCR test, and then transport. But if not, when you land, there are counters there which sell SIM cards, just so that you can get the text from the system. So you get the text from the system, you activate the form, the information you filled out is connected to your phone, and then it produces a barcode automatically. So there are staff there to scan the barcode, and then you go through the customs. And I kind of don't remember when this part happens, but they give you 2 antigen tests, not PCR tests, but antigen tests. One that you have to do on your 10th day of quarantine, and then just a spare one for you to use like in the future. So they give you 2 of that. I don't know when that happens, before the customs or after. So after you get your luggage, you'll be directed to a place where you do your PCR test. It was a saliva test, and when that's done, they'll give you a sticker. I think it's a blue one, and you have to put it on you as an indication that you've done the PCR test, so that people at the transport section will know that you've done the test and can take the transport out of the airport. And what was kind of interesting is, before I went to get my luggage, I really wanted to go to the toilet. They've divided the toilets into ones that only staff can use and ones that only visitors can use. After the PCR test, with your sticker, you go to the place where you get your transport out to the quarantine hotel. The staff will scan your barcode. The barcode has the information of where you're going, so they don't even need to ask you. There were 3 types of transport, I would say. One is a quarantine bus, taxis, long distance taxis. The bus is of course cheaper. It'll take you to several cities, but when you get to the city, there's a drop-off point, and then from there you have to arrange another quarantine taxi to get to your quarantine hotel. The bus, of course, doesn't leave immediately, and you have to take time to arrange and wait for the taxi after the drop-off point. The bus part was 400 Taiwan dollars, I think, and then of course you pay for the taxi, but because the distance is shorter, it's gonna be cheaper. The downside is it's gonna take a long time, and you have to wait for the bus to leave. And then the second one, quarantine taxis, it's for people who live it's for people who live close by, so it's not a long distance drive, and the prices will be of course by the meter. And the third one is long distance quarantine taxi, and to prevent from taxi drivers offering all kinds of prices, the prices are actually fixed, and it takes you straight to the quarantine hotel. So all the long distance quarantine taxis are of the same price. So you are in the taxi on the way to your quarantine hotel. If you want to go to the toilet, the taxi driver has to call someone, for example, the next rest stop, just to say, oh, I have someone coming in, get ready. So when you get to the rest stop, it's a portable toilet, and only people coming in from overseas can use that toilet. It's not for everyone. And the last part, the quarantine hotel, I believe that it's different for every hotel, but in my case, the taxi driver has to drive to the basement, which is the parking lot of the hotel. Then there's a little desk there for checking in, so that we don't check in at the hotel, the main hotel lobby. So when I get there, the staff briefly explained, the Wi-Fi password and whatnot. And then she told me to just go to the floor, which my room is located in, and then find the room, and the door is open, just go in. And that's how I got here, and this is my 10th day.